From the Athens Tech Studios, this is the Athens News Podcast. Local news you can use about Athens and Clarke County, all in 7 minutes. And now, here are your top stories.
Hello and welcome to the Athens News Podcast. I'm Melissa Carter. Athens-Clarke County Police need your help in solving a case, and Athens will be the hot spot for college football this weekend. But first, here are your top stories brought to you by Drake Realty. It's Election Day, and with it brings a crucial race in Athens-Clarke County as the spotlight shines on the Clerk of Court contest. Eleesa Zaratay, the incumbent appointed to the role, faces off against Andrew Griffeth, who boasts a decade of experience in the office. This election seeks to fill the unexpired term of Beverly Logan, who stepped down in May, with the term concluding on December 31st of next year. Meanwhile, in Watkinsville, Mayor Brian Brodrick runs unopposed, while council seats see contested races between Chuck Garrett, Rebecca Billings, Connie Massey, and Carolyn Maultsby. In Winterville, Mayor Dodd Farrell runs unopposed. Multiple candidates vie for 2 full 4-year term council seats, and another candidate, Tina Mills, is the sole contender for an unexpired seat. Lastly, in North High Shoals, Mayor Stephen Goad, as well as council members Fred Johnson and Eric Carlton, run unopposed, ensuring a sense of unity in these positions. This from the Athens Banner-Herald. The Athens-Clarke County Regional Library System has found itself under scrutiny by the Internal Revenue Service. A press release from the library system indicated potential non-compliance issues with the IRS, prompting swift action. On October 19th, the Library System Board of Trustees made the decision to resolve the unpaid taxes and penalties by paying all assessed penalties to the IRS. The trouble began when the IRS alerted the library system earlier this year, highlighting improper tax filing procedures and a remaining tax balance. The library system disclosed that they owe $98,000, though there's a possibility for an $8,500 abatement. These financial discrepancies span several years, but there's no suspicions of malicious intent. Most errors resulted from delayed or late submissions. The library system is actively working to address the issue and ensure the continued availability of their vital services to the public. This from the Red and Black. A fatal accident unfolded last week when a car collision claimed the life of a man as he, along with others, attempted to cross a busy highway. According to authorities, a 2008 GMC Arcadia, driven by 42-year-old David Edwards, struck a group of pedestrians around 8 o'clock last Thursday. The group had been crossing Highway 29 from the Valero gas station to the Texaco on the other side. The impact left 44-year-old Michael Wilson and 33-year-old Brittany Streetman injured. Tragically, Wilson succumbed to his injuries after being rushed to the hospital. Streetman, however, declined medical treatment. As the investigation unfolds, it remains unclear if the driver, David Edwards, will face any charges. Anyone with information is urged to contact the Athens-Clarke County Police. This from WSB. With the end of daylight savings time over the weekend, darkness now comes earlier in the evenings. Now, while the change in time is known to disrupt sleep patterns, it can also be an extra hazard to drivers. A new study examining State Department of Transportation crash data warns that dark hours are the most deadly for drivers this time of year. And we're not talking about afternoon rush hour. For those with overnight shifts, 2 a.m. is the worst time to be on the road. The safest, 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. when the sun rises. This from the AJC.
It pays to know your doctor. It pays to know your lawyer. And now more than ever, it pays to know your local real estate professional. Hi, I'm Jeffrey Drake with Drake Realty, and we have 7 offices in the metro Atlanta area, including 2 right here in Cobb County and 1 at Lake Oconee. I'm the proud leader of over 700 agents here in Georgia, and we pride ourselves in professional service, whether you are the buyer or the seller. Drake Realty makes the home buying process seamless from contract to close. Our agents are a little different. They're not pushing for the quick sale and close. They are pushing for the best price and terms for their client. In other words, Drake Realty fights for you. Now's the time to buy that dream home, vacation home, or new home your family deserves. A lot of real estate agents talk big. Let my team at Drake Realty prove they will fight for you. I'm Jeffrey Drake, and I'd be honored to have my team serve you. Visit us online at drakerealty.com. And remember, it's not how quick you sell or buy, it's what the deal provides for your future.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. At Athens Technical College, their programs can connect you with in-demand and high-paying careers.
I graduated from Athens Tech in May and started my job 2 weeks later. I had the job before I left, thanks to my professor, and just focusing on growing a career.
As far as Athens Tech, I think I've been a member of the advisory panel for 10 years now, and it's been It's been an awesome experience.
I'm currently going to Athens Tech. I started out as an accounting major. I've finished all my accounting classes and then switched over to the culinary and baking program.
My name is Alex Lang. I'm an electromechanical engineering student. This is my second year at Athens Tech, and I graduate in December. The long-term goal is to work for the railroad, whether that be Norfolk Southern or CSX.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. Find out more at athenstech.edu.
Big news for the Bulldog Nation, but first, your social media news saw on the We Love Athens, Georgia Facebook page, Mickey Dolenz. That name sounds familiar. Yes, the guy from the Monkees. He wrote, "Something really special happened today in Athens, Georgia. Bill Berry, Peter Buck, and Michael Stipe from REM with Mickey Dolenz." More to follow later today as Mickey's new release, Dolenz Sings REM, is launched on Wuck Street. Now, of course, they performed over the weekend in Athens, and Mark Paolini, who I hope I'm saying your name correctly, said that was a lot of fun. Now, news from the University of Georgia Main Library. The DigiLab has undergone a transformation, offering enhanced flexibility for diverse collaboration styles. This revamped space is now open for use. Cammie Williams from UGA University Libraries shared that the lab's redesign welcomes multiple users even during busy classroom workshops. The lab has been accessible since early September with ongoing minor renovations. Upcoming workshops can be found on the DigiLab events page. The DigiLab's core mission is to assist UGA students and faculty in integrating digital tools into their research. UGA's plans include extending data services to the McBay Science Library, supporting research in computational and data sciences, life sciences, and engineering. The DigiLab offers individual consultations every Wednesday from 1:30 to 3 for walk-in discussions on digital tools. This from the Red and Black. The annual basketball game between the University of Georgia chapters of Alpha Epsilon Pi and Tau Epsilon Phi has brought the community together. This weekend's game raised an impressive $24,000 for the American Friends of Magen David Adom, an Israeli aid organization. Magen David Adom, often called the Israeli Red Cross, has been providing essential aid to Israel since 1930. UGA's Sigma Delta Tau and Hillel joined the cause, contributing to the fundraising efforts over 3 weeks leading up to the game. Tickets were available for just $5, and there was a chance to win a football signed by Kirby Smart, with raffle tickets also priced at $5 for 3. This from the Red and Black. And speaking of Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs, in the world of college football, Georgia's victory over Missouri was hardly a moment to savor. The Bulldogs had barely caught their breath before the eyes of the nation turned to the next challenge. Following the 30-21 Bulldog triumph, ESPN's College Game Day announced they're heading to Athens for the Georgia-Ole Miss showdown on November 11th. And it's shaping up to be another epic clash with both teams ranked in the top 10. This from the Red and Black.
Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast. Make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. All rights reserved.
This podcast aggregate content from other sources for informational purposes and is in no way trying to infringe on the copyrights or businesses of any other entities. All content posted up on the site is used under the Fair Use Copyright Law 107. All audio, media, and articles are copyrighted to the original owners. All audio on this podcast are embedded from YouTube.com and are owned by their respective copyright owners. No audio information are copyrighted or stored on our servers. The court ruled that linking or embedding copyrighted videos is not copyright infringement, even if the source video was uploaded without permission. However, we will gladly remove any audio clip upon valid request from respective copyright owners. Any owners also have the option to disable embedding his YouTube videos on other websites. News and press articles are owned by the respective copyright owners. Where possible, the appropriate accreditation or source of the article is given on the same page. The audio-video files on the site are for listening purposes only. Downloading of these files to one's computer is strictly prohibited. They are owned by the respective copyright owners. If it is in the organization's belief that the usage or specific content used on our site containing copyrighted knowledge conflicts with authorized use and or does not comply with fair use as described in the context, contact us through our contact page and we will remove the offending content immediately. Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast.